Kailan ba nagsimula yung atake nila? Alalahanin nyo. Di ba? After ako nag-resign sa DepEd? Kailan ba nagsimula yung pambabastos nila? Last year. After that meeting with the Makabayan Black and Martin Romualdez.
Sara Zimmerman, Duterte Carpio, born May 31st, 1978, commonly known as Inday Sara, is a Filipino lawyer and politician who is the 15th and current Vice President of the Philippines. She is the third female Vice President, after Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and Leni Robredo, the third Vice President to come from Mindanao and the youngest ever Philippine Vice President. A daughter of the 16th President Rodrigo Duterte, she previously served as the mayor of Davao City from 2010 to 2013 and from 2016 to 2022. She was also Davao City's vice mayor from 2007 to 2010. Duterte graduated from San Pedro College, initially aiming to pursue a medical career. She attended classes in the College of Law of San Beda College and eventually graduated in San Sebastian College, Recoletos. She was elected as Davao City's vice mayor in 2007, before eventually being elected as the city's mayor from 2010 until 2013, succeeding her father and becoming the youngest and the first female mayor of the city. After her first term ended, she took a brief hiatus, returning to politics in 2016 after being elected again as Davao City Mayor and was re-elected in 2019. During her second stint as mayor, she initiated the Biyaheng Duterte and Peace 911 programs in the city, as well as overseeing the city government's COVID-19 pandemic response. Duterte was also an influential figure in national politics during her father's presidency, forming alliances with several political parties and playing a key role in the ouster of Pantaleon Alvarez as the Speaker of the House of Representatives in 2018. Duterte ran for the vice presidency in 2022 under Lakas CMD, becoming the running mate of Bongbong Marcos from the Partido Federal ng Pilipinas under the Uniteam Alliance. Their ticket won in a landslide victory, becoming the first running mate pair to win together since 2004, and the first to be elected by a majority since the establishment of the Fifth Republic in 1986. Duterte became the vice president on June 30th, 2022, and was inaugurated 11 days earlier in Davao City. As vice president, Duterte concurrently served as the Secretary of Education and as vice chairperson of an anti-insurgency task force, NTF-ELCAC, but resigned from both positions on June 19, 2024. Despite her initial electoral alliance with Marcos, political observers have noted her increasing absence from public appearances, with the president correlating with a growing rift in the Marcos and Duterte political families. By late August 2024, she has openly admitted her regret to supporting Marcos in the presidential election, while Marcos himself later acknowledged that they have not spoken to each other since she handed in her resignation. After her father was arrested and brought to The Hague in March 2025, her tenure has been characterized by multiple trips abroad that aim to consolidate her family's overseas supporters. On February 5, 2025, Duterte was impeached by the House of Representatives after concerns were raised regarding her use of confidential funds and her assassination threat against President Marcos, his wife Liza, and House Speaker Martin Romualdez. She became the first sitting vice president, as well as the fifth official in Philippine history to be impeached. Sara Zimmerman. Duterte was born at Davao Doctors Hospital in Davao City on May 31, 1978. She is the second child to then lawyer, later President Rodrigo Duterte, and flight attendant Elizabeth Zimmerman. Her maternal great-grandfather was German-American, having fled to the Philippines from the United States. Growing up in what she called a broken family, she has spoken of her love-hate relationship with her father when she was a student due to her disapproval for his womanizing tendencies and late-night habits. Once he left his wife Elizabeth in the 1990s, Sara stayed with her mother, and up to the time she was mayor, Sara considered her relationship with her father as not very close. Despite this, Rodrigo considered Sara to be his favorite child and placed high value on the education she and her brothers received. Duterte attended San Pedro College, majoring in BS Respiratory Therapy, and graduated in 1999. In her inaugural speech as mayor of Davao City, Duterte said she originally wanted to be a pediatrician instead of a politician. She later took up a law degree from San Beda College, but transferred to the San Sebastian College, Recoletos, where she graduated in May 2005. In 2005, Duterte passed the Philippine bar examination. She then worked for a few months as a court attorney at the Office of Supreme Court Associate Justice Romeo Calejo Sr. Sara's father, Rodrigo, had admitted to initially keeping his family members from entering the messy and difficult world of politics. But by December 2006, he expressed that he would like for Sara to run as his running mate in the 2007 mayoral elections due to his concern for corrupt politicians taking over and ruining his legacy. Sara Duterte was elected vice mayor in 2007 with over 330,000 votes, defeating lone opponent Jeff Ho and succeeding Luis Bongoyan. Duterte served under her father for one term until 2010 and concurrently served as a regional officer of the National Movement of Young Legislators from 2007 to 2010. It was during this time when lawyer Zuleika T. Lopez was first hired by Duterte to be a staff member of the city government, receiving the position of City Council Secretary. As Vice Mayor, Duterte's landmark project was Inde para sa Barangay, a whole-of-government approach servicing yearly in each of the city's barangays. In 2010, Duterte was elected mayor, becoming the first female mayor of the city, as well as being the youngest to have been elected, as she turned 32 years old just weeks after being proclaimed winner. She won over House Speaker Prospero Nograles, her father's political rival, in a lead of 200,000 votes in the 2010 elections. Nograles earlier filed a protest at the Commission on Elections in Manila, questioning the results, stating that there was a conspiracy of local poll officials, vowing to be useful and to serve the country at all times. She assumed the post that her father Rodrigo held for over 20 years. After Duterte appointed Zuleika T. Lopez as city administrator a few days into her term, her decision was challenged by the city council led by Rodrigo, then the vice mayor of Davao, who argued that Lopez was unqualified for the position. In response, Sara withdrew her request for the council's concurrence in Lopez's appointment and threatened to halt City Hall's engagements with the city council, stating that the council should learn to respect her office as mayor. During her first term, she also served as officer in the National Executive Board of the League of Cities Philippines from 2010 to 2013. On December 2, 2010, President Benigno Aquino III appointed her as chairperson of the Regional Development Council, RDC, Region 11. She was the first woman to hold the position and the first to be appointed from the government sector since the reorganization of the council in 1986. As chairperson, she saw the growth of Davao Region's gross regional domestic product from 3.9% in 2011 to 7.1% in 2012. On July 1, 2011, Duterte gained national attention when she punched Aba Andres, a Davao City regional trial court sheriff, over the demolition of shanties in Barangay Capitan, Thomas Monteverde Sr., Agdao, Davao City. She had earlier asked the court and the demolition team to delay the demolition, but Andres refused her request and pushed through with the violent demolition, which made her furious. On July 11th, Sheriff's Confederation of the Philippines Incorporated filed a complaint against Duterte in connection to the incident. On June 28, 2012, almost a year after the incident, she publicly apologized to Andres and his family. By May 2022, Andres openly expressed his support for the Marcos Duterte electoral team.